Of course, AI is playing into our industry big time, just like every industry. And I think we are very intentional, very proactive in going, okay, if a lot of job roles can be done through AI, how do we integrate that into what we're doing so that we're serving our clients more effectively? And it really elevates, when we do that, it elevates our work, elevates the service that we're providing. So no question, AI is a key part of how the industry and employment is working.
Welcome to the Growth Experts Podcast. I'm your host, Derek Collin. Today we have a special guest, Brad B. Brown. He is the CEO and founder of Hire Impact Outsourcing. How you doing today, Brad?
Derek, no, great. Thanks for letting me join you.
Yeah, thanks for being here. Thanks for joining us on the Growth Experts Podcast. So, Brad, can you share a bit about your role and how it fits into the bigger picture over at Hire Impact Outsourcing?
Yeah, thank you. So I'm blessed to have started this company, Hire Impact Outsourcing. We had been spent about 20 years in Kenya working to create businesses and started a school there. And Hire Impact Outsourcing was what grew out of our work there. So that's how we got connected and got all this moving.
Oh, okay. Awesome. And did you always wanted to, get into this type of field, or is it just a part of your background? Were you ever, meeting other like-minded individuals to how did it just become this, this entity?
Yeah, no, that's a good question. The answer is no. We did not plan to be in this field long term. So not too long after my wife and I got married, almost 20 years ago, we moved over to East Africa. Before long, we were working in communities where people were living in extreme poverty. So the Red Cross would come in. 2008, there was an election that about 600,000 people were displaced. And so we started going into resettlement villages to create businesses to give people employment. So they're living in Red Cross tents. And our team would go in and through this nonprofit that we started, we'd go in and provide work there. And then we started a school to give employment or to give education to the kids from these communities. And then this is about 2 hours outside of Nairobi. And then it began to grow. We started creating agriculturally based businesses and then other styles of businesses. And, fast forward about 18 years, not quite 20 years now, fast forward, and we have been able to give over 400 people employment through these efforts. The school is still going 13 years in, and we've launched Hire Impact Outsourcing. So Kenya's got this incredible wealth of very educated people who are excited about working. And so the idea of being able to partner them with USA companies, churches, and nonprofits is that's what we get excited about.
That's awesome, man. So it sounds like you guys were started off doing some ministry work and giving back to communities outside of the country, and it just kind of turned into this massive higher impact outsourcing conglomerate, and now you guys are doing very well. That's really cool.
Well, I mean, it's a joy. It's wonderful when you find, hey, this is something that people really need. Stateside, they really need this. And in Kenya, it gives great work to people. And so it's just a win-win all the way around.
Yeah, that's really cool, man. Really cool. So what does a typical day look like for you, Brad?
Yeah, that's a good point. There's a lot of keeping our staff and our team on focus, right? So there's always a lot of good things you can do, but I feel like we kind of live in the Vince Lombardi world where he goes, if you want to be great at something, you got to stick strong to the fundamentals. Hey, this is a football, when he was talking about the Green Bay Packers. So we like to, hey, what do we do well? We recruit staff well for companies, churches, and nonprofits. So making sure we have the right team on board to do that well, and then to help those, remote professionals serve these companies well. So yeah, we do a lot of, hey, let's do the basics with excellence and we'll grow from that.
Oh, okay. Awesome. So what major shifts are you currently seeing in your industry right now?
Yeah, sure. Of course, AI is playing into our industry big time, just like every industry. And I think we are very intentional, very proactive in going, okay, if a lot of job roles can be done through AI, how do we integrate that into what we're doing so that we're serving our clients more effectively?
Yeah.
And it really elevates, when we do that, it elevates our work, elevates the service that we're providing. So no question, AI is a key part of how the industry and employment is working. You hear all these stories Amazon's laying off this many people, and Elon Musk's group laying off that many people because AI coming in
Yeah.
and going. There are ways to give people great work, even though the roles may be tweaking and changing a little.
Okay. Okay. That's a how has AI or this trend impacted your business or your business strategy as a whole?
Sure. Well, I think there are ways that it has impacted our business strategy internally. And
Mhm.
so everything from like each one of our remote professionals, like we are training them and we call them our AI fundamentals. Since AI is changing every day,
Mhm.
there's some new revelation so often. So we are training each of our remote professionals in AI fundamentals. So if they're providing bookkeeping services, they're doing that with an understanding of how AI can integrate in to elevate their services. Or if they're an executive assistant for someone, hey, where does AI fit into those areas? Whether it's just using things like ChatGPT or even training groups on, hey, here's how AI can help with being receptionist, and here's for telephone calls, and there's creative ways that this can be integrated into companies. We are allowing our remote professionals to help be a part of serving companies through that.
Okay. Cool, cool. So you guys are using different types of tech stack, or are you allowed to talk about the integrations of the AI? Are you in development of something new?
Yeah,
Can you
yeah,
be
yeah.
vague about it?
Oh, yeah. Well, I think there've been a number of areas we have looked into as this has developed. So internally, I mean, there have even been companies called like one's Simple Talk. We were looking at Simple Talk as technology staff, technology that could help with telemarketing. Found in our area, we go, wasn't as effective as we would have liked. But
Yeah.
when we used it for remote, like receptionist models, where people could call in, people want to talk to a human, and I love that. I very much so. When I call a company, I want to talk to a human. But there are places that it can integrate in where AI can actually, hey, here's some quick data that you needed that you're calling in for, or hey, you want to know some general questions about how we operate. It's got a way to communicate some of those kind of things. So
Oh, that's cool.
I think we've done everything from that to even the basics. Well, I say basics like OpenAI. That's becoming, ChatGPT and all becomes so standard these
Yeah.
days. Anyway, I feel like there's a lot of different softwares out there, and seeing which ones can simplify work and advance it more quickly
Yeah.
is a little bit of a game.
Yeah, there seems to be challenges with that too in the industry, especially when it comes to everyone competing and these new trends, and always some different type of AI coming out, and all the executive search firms and staffing companies are competing into the AI race, if you will, to get the very best so that they can keep up with Corn Ferry and a lot of other big names out there. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we just had the Super Bowl here not too long ago, and you saw all these AI companies are competing for it, and then all these companies are going, well, how does this fit into marketing? And I think it is clearly the conversation of the year, right? I mean, this is what's going on, and you can either learn and try to take it head on, or you can fall behind. So I think it's a little bit of just trying to, hey, how do we pursue this with wisdom and
Yeah. So, Brad, what's working well for you right now, and what's been frustrating?
yeah. I think what's working well is, I mean, again, we go back to the basics often. We try to go to, hey, what do people need? People need workloads taken off their plate. They need to bring on team members at a reasonable price to push their companies forward. And so we're very white glove. We spend a lot of time with our clients going, okay, hey, what do you need? Let's get a job description. Let's go find great candidates for that. Let's take this workload off your plate, or let's help you push toward that new opportunity. And so
Yeah.
I think for us, we have found rather than trying to scale at crazy numbers, it's because we just want a large number of remote professionals, or these high caliber virtual assistants. Instead of having them placed with large numbers, we're very selective about our clients. We're very selective about how we place people with them. And so because of that, man, our clients renew year after year after year. We have incredibly high retention because we're trying to do it with excellence each step of the way. And so,
Yeah.
like, that's how we're going to win long term, rather than just trying to outpunt our coverage here, right? Trying to go too fast.
Trying to go too fast, yeah. So I mean, in some cases, going too fast you can trip over your own self, and not make sure you dot your I's and cross your T's. But essentially, is there times where speed, how has speed actually helped you win, or in terms of taking action when competing against the market?
Sure, sure. Well, I think a lot of times in our area, when people come to us and they go, "Hey, we need a team member to help," I think where speed enters in is we go, great, we can, within 2 weeks, we can go from, hey, you've given us a job description to we've got someone working in the office, right?
Mm.
I think where with the places where we kind of master it is, hey, let's make sure kind of tighten the role you need and job description, and then we bring the candidates. And so I think when speed plays in, it's like making sure we're getting the right people on the team, but it's quickly, they're being placed as soon as that company or church or nonprofit needs that placement.
Yeah.
So, but and making sure, hey, the clients we're serving are good fits, and we are a good fit for them. And so that's where we take the time up front, and man, as soon as they're ready to go, we're ready to hit it.
Yeah, definitely. So which metrics are you focused on improving?
Yeah. So our KPIs, our KPIs are, like we know that if we do a great job serving our clients, then we are going to be able to give a lot of people really good work.
Yeah.
And so our internal metrics come back to, okay, hey, each one of our clients, how are they rating their remote professional each month? All right, let's make sure that 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10, does anybody need additional training to be serving our clients at a higher level? And so we're looking at those because our end goal is going, and if we serve our clients well, we're going to give a lot of people amazing work.
Yeah.
And then on a personal note, like our company, our heartbeat is every time somebody hires a full-time remote professional, we are sponsoring a student to attend the school that we started in Kenya. It's called Uhuru Girls Academy, just outside of Nairobi. And so it's giving a great education to a girl from an impoverished community. And so those are the kind of metrics we're looking at. Like, hey, serve your clients well. It allows you to give people great work, and then it allows you to be abundantly generous.
Yeah, definitely. That's pretty cool. You said it's based out of Nairobi. What's the name of the program?
Yeah, Uhuru Girls Academy.
Uhuru Girls
Uhuru.
Academy.
Yeah, Uhuru. My father, bless his heart, he used to call it Yahoo Child was the organization, and it was called Uhuru Child, but he would call it Yahoo. So, Uhuru Girls Academy. And so it's an all-girls boarding school that we started to basically help these. I mean, there's so many amazing, bright kids, youth in Kenya.
Yeah.
But our was helping the brightest girls, but from these very humble backgrounds. I mean, they might be living in tents or mud huts. Maybe they've upgraded to stone home. How do we give them an education? So every time one of our remote professionals is hired, it allows us to sponsor one of these girls to live at the school for an entire year.
Yeah, that's really cool. I might have to come out and visit and do a mini doc on that one.
Sure. Yeah, we would love it. We'd love it. We have teams come over, all throughout the year.
That's awesome, man. What would you want people to know who might hire you for your services within the US?
Yeah. Yeah. So we are, I would call it a very high quality, white glove style company, right? So, as opposed to the Holiday Inn Express who wants to have 1,000,000 rooms, but they're all kind of mediocre in quality. We want to be the Ritz, right? We want everything to be flawless, high end, because when they bring on someone onto their team, we want that to be someone that they go, gosh, this is a great fit. And we're just going to keep them on our staff team year after year after year. So you work hard to operate with that excellence.
Okay, awesome. So you guys work hard to operate with excellence, and you want to deliver. And sounds like so you guys got testimonials. You guys have good retention with your current clients. Are they retained?
Oh yeah. So that's where we talk about, hey, rather than have 1,000,000 clients, we want to have a very targeted group, because then they are retained, right? Like we serve them at higher levels. The majority of our clients, they stepping into remote work is something that sometimes people are a little nervous about. And so what we found is, the majority of our clients, they'll come on with one, and then they'll go, oh wow, this works, and financially this makes sense. And before long, they have ramped up their companies, adding many, remote professionals to their team. And for their existing staff, it elevates the work that they're doing. So they're doing the things that, maybe only they can do because they're doing it, meeting with this client or that client. They're in person for those things, but the back end tasks we've taken off their plate.
So Brad, where do you want Hire Impact Outsourcing to be 6, 12 months from now, 2, 3 years from now, 5 years from now? Where do you see the company?
Yeah. So we're all about life change, life impact, right? So Hire Impact Outsourcing. So man, we want to serve as many clients that we can do with excellence. And we're going, how many people can we give good work to? So all of our metrics are driving around. We're providing good work. a great service, and then allowing us to be abundantly generous. So we've got a goal on the abundant generosity side of things. We want to fill a school with girls from these very humble backgrounds, giving them an education, and we're going to do that by giving people great work, and we're going to do that by help serving our clients well.
Awesome, awesome. Oh, so Brad, if you had a magic wand, and I know that you mentioned the goal is to, make sure that you bring these girls from humble beginnings and humble backgrounds and humble beginnings to, provide excellence to your clients. So if you had a magic wand to fix one thing, what would that one thing be that's holding you back or slowing you down?
That's a great question. I mean, I think there's always the challenge in going, hey, how do you find people that are going, hey, we need this kind of work. This is a good fit for our company or our church or our nonprofit.
Yeah.
And so those are things that we're always going, all right, what's the right way to get the word out, to let people know about what we're doing and how we're serving and that sort of thing.
Okay, awesome. Well, guys, that's it for today. And Brad, thank you so much for joining us on the Growth Experts podcast. It's been a pleasure. And for those of you who want to check out Brad's content or his website, I'll put it in the description below. That's hireimpactoutsourcing.com. And he's also located on LinkedIn. Thanks for joining us.
Derek, this is wonderful. You guys are great. Thank you for letting me be a part of what you're doing today.
Awesome. Yeah. Thanks for being here. I really appreciate it, Brad.